Hi everybody, I'm Meghan Amelia from Vancouver, BC, Canada. I am a fitness model and a personal trainer. Currently I'm competing with the WBFF organization, and that is in the bikini category. So right now I am in training. I have 2 shows this year, so I'm carb depleted, crazy, all that, really tan most of the time. But it's really exciting and I really enjoy it. It's a big part of my life. I grew up riding horses in the country, and that was my passion before I moved to the city about 4 years ago. So quite a big change, but I still do a bit of both. Thanks. As with the outlook for gold, Cipher is somewhat dumbfounded to explain the copper markets at present. And analyst reports provide conflicting analysis as to what the future holds, but that is more likely about their definition of future. Is it 1 to 2 years, or 5 to 10 years, or even longer? Most agree that in the long-term fundamentals for the metal are very strong. The International Copper Study Group says, according to the preliminary data for 2012, world demand for refined copper is expected to exceed production of refined copper by about 240,000 metric tons, as will supply continue to lag behind the demand. This means that for the last 3 to 5 years, demand has surpassed supply. Mickey Fulp, our mercenary geologist, has stated, most of the easily exploited surface deposits of copper were discovered long ago. For many decades now, explorationists have depended on indirect surface geology clues, surface geophysics, geochemical sampling, and remote sensing to target and discover new economic deposits of copper that do not crop out. Increased exploration over the past 8 years has resulted in discovery of major new resources. But the long lead times to development and mining continue to hamper primary supply. The copper market will be tight for the foreseeable future. As geologists and engineers, we simply are not finding, developing, and mining enough copper to meet future projections of 4% growth over the year. The world currently uses about 20 million tons of copper a year. Mine production is flat at about 16.5 million tons, and the growing shortfall is made up by increased recycling of scrap. Most of the increased demand will come from rapidly growing middle classes in the BIIC countries, and this bodes well for the near, mid, and long-term price of copper. Yet copper trades closer to its 1-year low in its high. Cipher goes on to discuss the longer trend and points out another significant find. As with gold, copper suffered a prolonged downturn from May through December at one other time in the previous 5 years. You guessed it, in 2008, the election year. If we are seeing history repeat itself, Cipher says we might be only at the beginning of another short-term dip in prices before the market fundamentals catch up. Copper continues its upward trend. More research is required to confirm this prediction, and our most likely predictions will be the best ones made looking backwards. Meanwhile, we will continue to report our findings, and we suggest that you do additional research of your own. For Commodity News, I'm Meghan Amelia, signing off.